A new blow to peace efforts in Ukraine. US President Donald Trump has threatened to impose massive sanctions on Russia unless there is meaningful progress towards peace within 2 weeks. This comes after escalating tensions, including recent Russian attacks on Ukrainian territory. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky insists on direct talks with Putin, but Russia remains resistant. As Trump weighs his options, the conflict continues to deepen, leaving global diplomatic efforts uncertain. Mohammad Absarul Hassan brings us the perspective on the Ukraine war.
In a new setback to peace efforts in Ukraine, US President Donald Trump has once again threatened to impose sanctions on Russia if there isn't meaningful progress toward a peaceful settlement within 2 weeks. This announcement highlights Trump's mounting frustration with Moscow, coming just a week after his meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Trump said he's weighing options, including massive sanctions, tariffs, or both, but also suggested he might choose to do nothing and let the conflict continue.
I'm not happy about it, and I'm not happy about anything having to do with that. But we'll see what happens. I think in 2 weeks we'll know which way I'm going, because I'm going to go one way or the other. And they'll learn which way I'm going. Well, then I'm going to make a decision as to what we do. And it's going to be a very important decision. And that's whether or not it's massive sanctions or massive tariffs or both.
Trump's renewed warning follows recent Russian attacks, including a strike on an American factory in Ukraine, which Trump condemned. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of deliberately stalling attempts to arrange a direct meeting with Putin, an encounter Zelensky views as crucial to ending the war. Russia's foreign minister, however, maintains there is no agreed agenda for such talks. Zelensky also affirmed his commitment not to surrender Ukrainian territory to Russia. This flag is a goal and dream for many Ukrainians on temporarily occupied territories of Ukraine. They keep the flag. They keep it because they know that we will not gift our land to an occupier. During a visit to nuclear weapons facility in Sarov, Russia, President Vladimir Putin spoke positively about improving relations with the United States. He said there is light at the end of the tunnel regarding bilateral ties and mentioned ongoing discussions about joint projects in the Arctic and Alaska.
I really hope that the first steps that have been taken are just the beginning of a full-scale restoration of our relations. This doesn't depend on us. It depends on our Western partners, first of all, in the wider sense, because the US are bound by certain obligations in various associations, including the North Atlantic Bloc.
In the meantime, Russian forces are slowly advancing in the embattled eastern region of Donetsk, grinding closer to Kyiv's key defensive line in costly meter-for-meter battles. Its focus on Saturday claimed to have captured 2 villages in Donetsk region. Meanwhile, North Korea's state broadcaster KRT aired footage purportedly showing North Korean soldiers fighting Ukrainian forces in Russia's Kursk region, which borders northeastern Ukraine. The videos, of unclear date, depict North Korean troops advancing through snow-covered terrain, moving between destroyed buildings and vehicles while firing artillery and launching missiles. Russia claimed full control of the Kursk region in April, a claim that Ukraine denies. As tensions continue to rise, the future of Ukraine's conflict remains uncertain. With Trump's renewed threat of sanctions and stalled peace talks and shifting alliances, both sides seem entrenched in their positions. The world watches closely as diplomatic efforts struggle to find common ground amid ongoing Russian military actions. Mohammad Absarul Hassan for DD India.